Welcome to the Orlando Magic MyLeague series. And I know it's a lot of different series here and there, but I'm gonna stick with this one because I really like the Magic. Um, I explained at the end of my Falcons video what happened to the Rockets series. Completely just got corrupted, so there was no way of returning to that. So I didn't want to do another one because I felt like I make so many series, and the only two I really continued for a while until like I just got bored of it. Like actually, was the Sonics and the Wizards. The Wizards, we actually went really far. That was last year. Now it's a different year. Haven't really uploaded at all, but I'm gonna be super strict. I promise. Gonna upload this one tomorrow for sure. It's gonna be the Falcons episode 3, I believe. But at least we're getting somewhere, and I promise more videos will be out soon. Might upload two today. This one and a different video just talking about the playoffs. Just a talk video that I haven't uploaded in a while. But for now, let's talk about this Orlando Magic team. The reason I chose this team, I really love the players on this team. This team is only let me see the average age. Is there a way to does that still come out in the team intel? Does not no, but we can figure it out real quick. We don't really have that many old players. Let's go from highest overall to lowest. Wendell Carter Jr. They traded him from Chicago. I They gave up Vucevic. Got 10 years younger with Wendell Carter. I think Vucevic is like 30. Um, yeah, he's 30 actually. Um, Back to it. So great player Wendell Carter. He signed an extension, and honestly, I think if he can develop into maybe like an 87, 88 at only never making more than $15 million a year, that's a steal of a contract. The Magic have a great deal there. Wendell Carter's gonna be our four for the future, and then this is where it gets interesting. So Mo Bamba, he's on his last year of his deal. He Let's see what he's expected to make. Let's see, contract extension, $60 million a year, undecided. I'm gonna make sure Mo Bamba stays. Like I said, I really think he's a great player. I think he played at UT. Yeah, he played at Texas, and he is just too great of a player athletically to not keep on this team. Let's see, what did his thing say? Honestly, I don't see why I wouldn't listen to offers. Honestly, yeah, I agree with that. But we're gonna try to keep him here. Next up, Jonathan Isaac. Gonna disconnect Jonathan Isaac from the person and the player. I do not agree. Him as a person is really odd, but the player is a great defensive player. Um, Last year averaged 12 and 7. I don't know how he's done this year, to be honest. Haven't watched many Magic games. The only Magic highlights I've seen are from this man right here, Franz Wagner, and out of Michigan, number 8 pick. Really great at doing a little bit of everything. I really enjoy watching Franz Wagner play. And I think just like in real life, he's going to be a great piece in our puzzle. So these four players are really interesting to me. And one thing I want to try is, it's a little crazy, but I want to run Jonathan Isaac at the point guard. So please, I want to see. We have some players on this team that are really tall, and I think that we could run some lineups where we have a lineup where it's all like more than 6'10", 6'11 people. And I'll get to that right now, and I'll talk about it a little bit. But regularly, our point guard, Cole Anthony, will be our starting point guard. Last year, yes, right, because it's 2020. Yeah. So Cole Anthony, his rookie year, he wasn't that great. Only averaged 13. Actually, no, it was decent. 13, almost 5 rebounds, which is pretty good for a point guard, 4 assists. This year in real life, he's had a much better season. Markel Fultz is now on his 4th season. Actually, no, 5th season. Real life tore his ACL. Didn't really get to play that much this year, but I really think Markel Fultz can be a great player still. I mean, he's only 23. Yeah, he's on a 3-year, $50 million deal. So we have him secured until 2023. Robin Lopez, just a guy on the team, to be honest. Mo Wagner, I didn't even know they were both on the same team. Wow. Also only 24. He had some great minutes for the Lakers. A couple of years back, yeah, I remember this team. That's where he had to start and then played pretty decent with Washington. That was where he had his best time. Per 36, though, he's a decent player. So if he gets some playing time, he could produce. So in case we have some injuries, of course, if we can get some playing time. Jalen Suggs, our other rookie. The Magic had 2 first-round picks. I did not know that. 5 and 8. Jalen Suggs was the fifth overall pick. 6'5" out of Gonzaga. Now, Jalen Suggs, I think, is another great player, and I think he's going to be our starting shooting guard for the future. I know that right now he's a 76. Not the greatest stats, but we're going to get there. I really think he's a great player. Gary Harris, great 3-and-D guy. He has gotten worse over time, though. He had one great season with the Nuggets. It was this 2017 season, averaged 17.5 points. It was a contract year, signed a big contract. After this year's off the books, probably not going to trade him or anything. Just going to let him go, see what he does for us this year. Terrence Ross, a Orlando Magic, feels like an all-timer. He's been here since I could remember, and he's actually only been there since 2016, but it feels like he's been on this team forever. He's been through a lot of different players and coaches, but Terrence Ross has done enough to, I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league, and I feel like if you get him the ball, he can get you a bucket anytime, any day. Chuma Okeke, he is probably not going to play that much because we have a log jam at the 4. Wendell Carter and Jonathan Isaac are for sure going to take up most of those minutes. Bol, who I haven't had a chance to talk to about, is probably going to run a lot at the 4, 3 and 4, 2. So a lot of mix and matching, a lot of positionless lineups basically. So Okeke probably not going to get that much playing time. He's a young 23-year-old, and he's on a 2-year, I think that's a team deal. Team deal. And then RJ Hampton, another young rookie, only 20. He honestly just needs to get some playing time because he's a 73 overall, but I feel like he can get up there to compete with Jalen Suggs for the starting 2 position. Him and I think Hampton and Suggs can make each other just better players, and see where we go from that. And then Bol, where I talked about earlier, he's going to be everywhere. I think he's criminally one of the most underused players, and he's always just hurt, though. So in 2K, in the life of Imaginary, hopefully he doesn't get hurt as much. But I feel like him running screens, we're going to get him some cutter plays, see what we can run with that. Rest of the lineup is just filler. And I'm actually going to keep the lineup the way it is. But like I said, I do want to run a lineup where perhaps, let's go back to the roster. Oh, we see COD Black Ops Cold Wars installed. I do want to run a lineup where maybe we have, I want to run Jonathan Isaac at the 1, Franz Wagner at the 2, Bobo at the 3, Carter at the 4, and then Mo Bamba at the 5. That would be a defensive nightmare in my opinion. But yeah, this team is super tall. I think the shortest player might just be like what's his name? RJ Hampton. Oh no, Hampton's actually 6'4". The shortest player is Devin Kennedy, who's not even gonna play. 6'2". Besides that, Cole Anthony Markel Fultz at 6'3", which are still probably the prototypical size for a point guard. Terrence Ross is actually one of the shortest players, 6'6" at the 3. Besides that, I mean, they're pretty tall. I'll take a look at free agency, see if there's anybody interesting, and I'm going to stick to young. Sakua Doumbia would be a great ad if he didn't think that $17 million was expected. Our roster's fully the way, so can't sign anyone. This year, contract extension-wise, Mo Bamba, like I said, Robin Lopez, not going to bring back. Gary Harris, not going to bring back. So the 2 priorities free agency-wise is going to be Bobo and Mo Bamba. And I don't mind paying Mo Bamba $60 million. I don't mind paying Bobo $7 million. If that's what they expect and we can give that to them, I feel very fine with paying them that. One more thing I want to talk about before the video ends, because next game, we're going to go right into it, Spurs. But one thing I want to add is our trade block and who we want to see who we can get. So untouchables wise, let's just do our four big stars. I'd say Wendell Carter, Mo Bamba, Isaac, and then Wagner for sure. And then between Cole Anthony and Markel Fultz, I'd rather keep Cole Anthony, of course. And I think instead of Isaac, I'm gonna put Jalen Suggs here. Yeah, I would agree that Jalen Suggs is more important. Trading block, I guess we can put Robin Lopez here, just because he really doesn't add. And then another player I'm going to put here is Terrence Ross. He's on a 2-year deal. So I don't want to trade. I don't think, maybe just this year, but after this year, I don't see Terrence Ross having a spot on the team. The one weakness I would highly agree on this team is shooting. And one person that it's kind of expensive, but if we can somehow find a way to grab him and he end up on his team, Buddy Hield. And we can facilitate maybe a Terrence Ross and Lopez for Buddy Hield trade. I know it would severely stump the development of Suggs and RJ Hampton, but we really need some shooting. Maybe this team is really good at in the basket scoring, but shooting is not the Magic's strong suit. I would agree. Even though, I mean, the best shooter is Gary Harris, and I don't feel confident in him shooting the ball every night. I would say he's a streaky shooter. 82 overall threes. Robin Lopez is a 76 3. Isaac, I've played with the Magic before in this game, and I've never hit a 3 with Jonathan Isaac, and that's because he's a 77 3. Markel Fultz, even worse at a 69. Terrence Ross, I feel like he's a better 3-point shooter, and he's only a 72. RJ Hampton, I would agree he's a great 3-point shooter. He's at 80. Bol is also kind of streaky at a 77. Cole Anthony as well, 77. Jalen Suggs, 71. Franz Wagner, I feel like he's probably the best shooter on this team, and he's only a 78. Mo Bamba at an 81. Mo Bamba, their second best 3-point shooter. So that says like how bad the 3-point shooting is on this team. So there's a lot of stuff to work on for this team, and I'm super excited for the first time on a team. And I was between two teams actually. I was gonna go 2 different routes. So it's funny because they're in the same division. It was either gonna go with the Miami Heat, a team who is just probably one player away, like Joel Embiid said the other day. I think he tweeted about Miami that they need a star, but they just wasted so much money on Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry. Sorry, the video cut. If they think that spending so much money on Kyle Lowry and Jimmy Butler is gonna be enough to make it to the finals, I mean, they are where they are right now. Game 7, Western Conference Finals, but it won't. I don't think it's enough to beat a team like the Warriors. Let's say if they make it to the finals. And it's just not it's very win now. And I don't think the Heat they're good enough to make it far, but it's a weird team. And that's why I was almost close to using them. But I stuck to the whole rebuilding because I think it's more fun. And this whole young team is just really fun to watch in real life as well. Like I said, I haven't watched many games, but the games I have watched, they're really fun to watch because Franz Wagner, Cole Anthony, I've always been a fan of Markel Fultz, Mo Bamba also. And I think they can do something. And maybe, I think, honestly, Jonathan Isaac can be a triple-double machine. Because I have played with him a couple of times, and he's just triple-double after triple-double. And he's really good at it. But I'm super excited for this series. I hope you guys are as well. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.